Hello everyone. Today we are going to go over how to cook an egg sandwich. And it's the only way to cook an egg sandwich, really. It's the only way I know, at least. So what we're going to do is find a pan to use. Now you should be able to find a non-stick pan. If you can't, you actually don't need this for this recipe at all. You don't need a non-stick. I use this one. It's pretty cheap. And I like it, but just to prove a point, I'm gonna not use it today. I like to use this since I got it now, but I'm just gonna throw this down over here and say goodbye forever, bro. You're gone. You're dead to me. All right. So now we're gonna go ahead and use this pan. Now this pan isn't as non-stick. It was non-stick at some point, but it kind of lost it since I kind of treated it like shit. But I mean, I've been making eggs in this pan for pretty much a century now, and practically ancient, but still, this is a good pan. Now, there's a little bit of leftover oil from the last time I cooked in it, but that's fine. We'll be able to add some more oil over there, but don't worry about that. So, the first things first, we're going to turn on the heat all the way up to around medium to high. Now, this heat, that temperature is going to get this hand ripping hot. It's going to get fucking toasty in here. It's going to get obliteratingly hot. And that's kind of what we want. We want this to get hot, and then while we're working on it, we'll be able to toast our bread while that's heating up. So right here, I just got some health nut. I love this type of bread. You can use regular ass bread, but I like this one because it's just bigger, better, has little nuts and stuff inside of it. I mean, who doesn't like a good nut? So let's go all the way over here to my toaster and put this in. Now, I love this toaster. It is fucking retro as fuck. Cheap as all hell, but you know, it's whatever. It's good. So what we'll do now is oh yeah, I gotta clean my spatula. So we'll go ahead and just prep the rest of the tools that we need. And let me go ahead and get this clean. Now this is the most exciting part of the video, is watching me clean a fucking spatula, right? I mean, like, who doesn't want to see me go around town with this thing? It doesn't seem like I got any soap on my hands, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. Some more water in there, and we'll get this cleaned up in a jiffy. Alright, so now, next what we're going to do is just prep everything else. So, I got my spatula here. Oh, sorry about that. Experimental setup here. Alright, making sure that everything's good to go. I'm going to just take another paper towel, set it down right there. You'll see why in a moment. So let's go ahead and get our cheese out. So I kind of like to use sliced cheese. Now don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Like fucking Kraft singles cheese, it's totally fine. It's totally good. This will work great on the sandwich. It'll melt fine. You don't need to use this special ass cheese. You don't need it. But since I have it, I'm going to use it today. Oh, and then we're going to need some hot sauce and some mayo. So this hot sauce is just regular ass hot sauce from some place that I stole. I didn't steal it, but you know, whatever. Let me kick that away and close it. And then we got QP mayo. Now, this shit is legit. This stuff is really great. It's made with just whole egg yolks. They don't use any egg whites in their mayo making process, and it just really creates a creamy, tasty mayo. It's pretty awesome, not gonna lie. So we're waiting for that to heat up and our bread to finish. So let's go back over here and take a look at the stove here. So you know, don't be afraid to get your hand close to the pan like this. It's totally natural to want to just touch it. You'll probably burn yourself if you do that right now. This is feeling a little bit hot, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, let me get the water out of this. This is going to be my egg mixing utensil, my egg mixing device right here. I'm going to mix the eggs with this. It's going to be great. Oh, and I forgot to close my bread. How great. And if you didn't hear all that shuffling and stack of the bag, you could have heard that our toast is done, which is fantastic. So I'm going to let the toast sit in there for a little bit just to cool down. I'm going to not get it immediately. And I'm going to grab our eggs here and get a few out. All right. Now, what we're going to do is put those right there. Sorry about that, my phone fell. So we are back in this, and let's go ahead and take a look at this toast right here. So we're gonna come over here. Oh, shit, I need some plates. Let me go ahead and just... Alright, so I got 3 plates. Didn't want 3, only wanted 2. But, you know, you work with what you got. You get what you get. You pay for what you have. And I'm just going to take this toast here. And they're kind of warm. They're so warm that if you were to just lay them down like this for, like, over 3 minutes at a time, what would happen is that this side would get all mushy and not toasty. So I'm going to set it up like this, so that they stand up on each other. And this is key, so that way it allows air to pass through, and this little pocket will kind of cool off the outside of it, and it'll remain crispy and crunchy. That's what we want. We want this for texture. We don't need it to be hot for the sandwich, because the egg's the best part. Let's be real, the egg's the best part. Alright, so now that we got that done, oh, damn, that's hot. Alright, what we're gonna do is make our eggs. So let's go ahead and get this cracked into a bowl. I'm doing this on a flat surface, by the way. So it's 1 egg. Dose eggs. Oh, the yolk broke on that one. Oh no. What will we do? It's ruined! Alright, and let's go ahead and take a look at our utility drawer. We got knives, scissors, measuring cups, forks, spoons. Which one do you think would be the best one? Tiny whisk? Honestly, tiny whisk would be the best one, but I'm going to use a chopstick since I like using chopsticks to cook. But before we do that, let's go ahead and make sure that we season our eggs. Now I'm going to put a little bit of salt. Just a little pinch of salt in here. Just a little pinch. That's all you're getting, is just a little pinch of salt. So now what we're gonna do is see what other spices. So we're gonna need pepper and parsley. All right, and you know what? We'll grab some red pepper too. All right, let me take a moment to just get readjusted here. Everything's falling apart. All right, and we're centered now. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add some red pepper flakes. This is just optional. You don't need the heat. Unlike the hot sauce over there. The hot sauce isn't hot. It just adds a vinegar flavor to this. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Unless you're like super adverse to tasting the heat, then it won't really bother you. Now I'm using black pepper. I could use my grinder, but that thing sucks bigger than a pile of bolts. I'm not gonna lie. I'll like literally twist it for 27 times, and I'll get less than this amount than I do with 3 taps here. Now I don't like it because it's so fine, but you know this, and you barely taste it in this. I'm just doing this for fluff. And now we're gonna just add some parsley. Now this is just for show, honestly. Like, I do put parsley in my eggs, but I don't actually taste it. I just do it because I think it adds something, but it really doesn't at all. Excuse me, I'm coming down on a cold. So now what we're gonna do is start mixing, and just watch how fast this comes together. And this is why I like using a chopstick. It's a lot easier than using a fork. I think it whips a lot better. And you know, you can use it as a cooking device as well. I mean, it's really great for frying and a lot of other things. So what we're gonna do is add some oil into this hot pan. Now, oh, you can't see it, but I can. It's smoking. This is really hot, which is gonna give me the effect that I want here. I want this to be so hot that I can show you that it doesn't really matter what heat you put it on. The only thing that matters is that you let it get to the end stage of where it's gonna get to. So let's go ahead and put this in here. All right, now do you hear and see that sizzling? All right, so I'm gonna use this just basically to move around the eggs right here. A chopstick works well for this because honestly, we're just cutting down the cooking time by a lot by making sure that we're moving these eggs around and getting everything situated in this way. Alright, and what we're going to do is just let this sit here and cook. Now I'm going to clean this real quick while that's happening. It's always good to clean as you go. And you never want to have your wooden chopsticks sit in water. It'll ruin them faster that way. So, you know, just get a little bit of just soap. Doesn't need to be a great clean, just make sure that's done. And then I just fucking chuck that shit out of the way. Honestly, it's going into the drying corner, which I have a light, you know, just for recording purposes set up there, but you know, it's whatever. Fire hazards never bother me. I'm gonna add some more fire hazard here and go ahead and get this clean too. Set that right there and boom. Make sure you dry off your hands, and I'm gonna just slap that back down there, boy. All right, so now these are perfectly hard now. They're not soft. What we're gonna do is put some mayo on and get them ready for the sandwich. Now you may think that this is a lot of mayonnaise, but it really isn't. I want to make sure that I got that shot correct. All right. Alright, and QP mayo beats Hellmann's mayo 100% of the time. The only mayo it doesn't beat is Duke's, which honestly is a fucking great-ass mayonnaise. And let's get some of this hot sauce on. Just get it completely everywhere. Literally make a mess. It's cooking. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be clean. It's just supposed to be. So let's throw that in here and throw this in there. And we'll come back. Oh wait, let's first put the cheese on here, because, you know, since this is a longer sandwich, what I'm going to do is kind of fold the cheese in half here, and then I'm going to rest it onto the sandwich like this at an angle, so that way it just covers more evenly. And let me just bring these over here. Move these out of the way, shift full shovel, and now you see why I have the spatula. It's just to flip this. Now, you see this pan, it sticks a lot, but since I put so much oil in here, it doesn't stick anymore. It's pretty good. And now what we're gonna do is, you see this little bit of uncooked egg right there? We're gonna flip it over, and bam. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Look at that fucking browning. It is pristine. It is amazing. Look at that. Let me get all nice and close and burn my eyebrows off by just looking how beautiful and brown that is. That's the Maillard reaction happening at its best, at its finest. And this is going to create the best egg sandwich of your life. I promise you, this is going to be great. It's going to be amazing. You're going to literally preach from the towers above and say, damn, this sandwich is good. But enough about that. Now, we're just kind of wanting the other side to get a little bit brown too. That's all we're kind of working for. That's all we're kind of waiting on at the moment. We've done all the other prep. We got the bread done. It's going to be nice and crispy. It's going to be cheesy. And now what we're going to do is get the sandwich done. Now, if this was just a one-person sandwich, which it is right now, I would just flip this in half, you know, kind of fold it in like a, what's it I'm thinking of? I would just fold in half, you know, I just can't think of the word for it, but I would fold it in half this way, kind of like a book, boom, and then just slap it on this long-ass bread sandwich. But you know, I want to show you the technique if you were making two sandwiches at once, because, you know, sometimes homeboy is hungry and he needs to eat two sandwiches, and, you know, just one ain't gonna cut it. Or you got, you know, your partner in the house, and you want to make them an egg sandwich, but you also want to cook for yourself at the same time. What you do is you test the flip, make sure that it's all nice and coated, and what you do is you cut it down the middle, and at this point we can turn off the heat. It's done cooking. And then what you do is you cut it into fourths, like that and like that. And since I only used 2 eggs, it's not going to look as pretty. If it was 4 eggs, this would be filled out a lot better and it would look a lot prettier. But here's the trick. Here's the magic of this. You see this corner here, this right angle? You see this right angle that I created? Boom. Need I say more? This is perfect. All I gotta do is get another right angle in there. Sometimes I'll just flip it, you know, just to match the other side. Boom. It's easy as pie. I'm gonna add the rest of these eggs since I only use 2 eggs. I'm a fat boy and I want to eat. So I'm gonna add that there. Take that, throw it on there, burn myself. And then take this one and throw it on the other side. Wow, that does not want to cooperate. And you know what, this will just be eating eggs. Who cares? And now you can just kind of take it off the heat. Usually what I do is I just turn it off the burner. I got coil burners, they suck ass. Don't know what to tell you. So what we're gonna do now is finish assembling this sandwich. Now the reason why I used two plates is so that I could have both of these on their own, not have to touch any dirty counters. And we'll just flip that on right there. And boom. Now all you gotta do is just take this plate. I'm gonna use that one later, and there you go. Save yourself some trouble. Let's go ahead and try this egg. Get a little bit of hot sauce on it. Oh, it's hot. But that's good. That's really good. Alright. So yeah, now on to the final part. Let's go ahead and take a bite out of this freaking sandwich. I'm kind of hungry already, so I'm gonna... Oh my god. Oh my god. I love the flavor that the hot sauce brings into this, that vinegar. And this kicks it up a notch. It's not hot, as in spicy, but damn, this is a good ass sandwich. And you see, we got like little ribbons. It's kind of like, you ever eat gyro? I'm just doing the gyro of eggs here. Like, it's pretty simple. It's pretty great. All you got to do is throw it in the pan and not care about it, and you just leave it alone. You go play video games for half an hour, come back, and then your eggs are done. It's perfect. Alright, so now that I'm not gonna eat for the rest of this video, I just wanted to share with you guys the only way to make eggs. This is the only way to make an egg sandwich. There is no other way. It is undisputed. Unable to happen. I promise you, the people that are watching this, this is the de facto way to make an egg sandwich. So, what we'll do is we'll end the video here. I want to thank you all for watching, and please subscribe down below. You know, leave a comment. Tell me what else you want to see. This is the Only Way to Cook series, so I'm going to keep adding more to this, and just let me know what you want to see and what you want to learn the only way to cook. I will teach you the way. The only way to cook. So yeah, please subscribe, like, and comment below. I'd really appreciate it, and I always like interacting with you guys. I hope you have a good day, and thanks for watching. Bye.